gotta pay rent. Something that makes sense. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Something that makes sense. Gotta repent when you gotta pay rent. Something that makes sense. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. See the money with the confidence. Repeat my history. Crack cocaine is like the movie. It's plain and simple. Way back then my mother hustled. It's in my blood, so I feel like it's time to grind. Just like the times when niggas high. Hold up. Back then was the bad days. Motherfuckers pushed me halfway. I was a crack baby. Tell me nothing about my money and the struggle. See, I love it in the fucking shop. Struggle, she hustle. Selling everything in the house, goddamn. She ain't give a damn about the stars, goddamn. So my other brother had a man. I had to take care of us in the peace with 4 kids. The one on the way with no food. No food in the fridge. No cold shit. Got food stamps from the neighbors. Time working as no pages. Late night, he was shop both days. Rubber brand is a piece of pale. Kool-Aid had about 4 flavors. And when time went to cash up, I can lash up. Told me take food stamps. $15 for that kid. Fuck for that shit. Then the young nigga knows that he could be cold. Take back what they hold us. Whole world on the shoulders. No food in the kitchen but the stove. $10 in the sack and he points to the back. Say, I need to get that stove. Gotta repent when you gotta pay rent. Something that makes sense. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Something that makes sense.
What's your new feature? So I gotta go take out loans.
Right, they showing up on Facebook
to go to school, to get a job, just to pay for the loans I took out in the first place. I'm looking at this arm and hammer, like I should have a hammer in my arm right out here now.
It's probably delayed or something.
Makes sense. Lord, make it make sense. I damn. Make it sense.
Shalom was on. Let's give it up for the Most High. We get this Oakland Sabbath service kicked off. Imagine. So we'll palm hop we're done. We're gonna face the east, which means face the east. We get the Lord's Prayer started. Hebrew. All right. Abanau.
Abanau.
Shabbat Shemayim.
Shabbat Shemayim.
Kodash.
Kodash.
Hayah.
Hayah.
Shemka.
Shemka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Malakwaka.
Malakwaka.
Taba'ah.
Taba'ah.
Ratazayka.
Ratazayka.
Hayah.
Hayah.
Aisha.
Aisha.
Ba'aratazah.
Ba'aratazah.
Kawa.
Kawa.
Hayah.
Hayah.
Bashemayim.
Bashemayim.
Thulanau.
Thulanau.
Lakam.
Lakam.
Kal.
Kal.
Yawam.
Yawam.
Wasalaknau.
Wasalaknau.
Kawathnau.
Kawathnau.
Kasalaknau.
Kasalaknau.
Kawathginau.
Kawathginau.
Wala'ah.
Wala'ah.
Tabaya'nau.
Tabaya'nau.
Vanasai 1.
Vanasai 1.
Abal.
Abal.
Hawasha'nau.
Hawasha'nau.
Mayan.
Mayan.
Ra.
Ra.
Kayalakat.
Kayalakat.
Amalakwa.
Amalakwa.
Wahala.
Wahala.
Wahataparath.
Wahataparath.
Iawalami.
Iawalami.
Amen.
Amen.
In English, our Father,
Our Father,
which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name.
Hallowed be thy name.
Yahweh,
Yahweh.
thy kingdom come.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy will be done.
Thy will be done.
In earth.
In earth.
As it is in heaven.
As it is in heaven.
Give us this day.
Give us this day.
Our daily bread.
Our daily bread.
And forgive us our debts.
And forgive us our debts.
As we forgive our debtors.
As we forgive our debtors.
And lead us not.
And lead us not
into temptation.
into temptation.
But deliver us.
But deliver us
from evil.
From evil.
For thine is the kingdom.
For thine is the kingdom.
And the power.
And the power.
And the glory.
And the glory.
Forever.
Forever.
So be it.
So be it.
we're gonna bless Israel. Yahweh Hashem Yahushai.
Yahweh Hashem Yahushai.
Barak Lanau.
Barak Lanau.
Wayasharala.
Wayasharala.
Wahaya Bayat.
Wahaya Bayat.
Saparium.
Saparium.
Barak.
Barak.
Rapa'ah.
Rapa'ah.
Magan.
Magan.
Hagan.
Hagan.
Hashem Yahushai.
Hashem Yahushai.
The water Aman.
The water Aman. In the English. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahweh Shah.
In the name of Yahweh.
Bless us.
Bless us.
And Israel.
And Israel.
And the school.
And the school.
Bless.
Bless.
Heal.
Heal.
Shield.
Shield.
Protect.
Protect.
In the name of Yahweh Shah.
In the name of Yahweh Shah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it.
All right, we're going to Hakak the power. Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah.
Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah.
Baruch Shah.
Baruch Shah.
Lathamla now.
Lathamla now.
Hakak.
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 La Rapa'ah.
La Rapa'ah.
Cal Makala.
Kal Makala.
Cal Madawa.
Makal Madawa.
Hakak.
Hakak.
La Tahar.
La Tahar.
Hamatazarian.
Hamatazarian.
Hakak.
Hakak.
La Hakwil.
La Hakim.
La Hakim.
La Hakim.
Hakak.
Hakak.
Al Rakawath.
Arakawath.
Hamata'ala.
Hamata'ala.
La Garashan.
Lagarshan.
Hashem Yahweh Shah.
Hashem Yahweh Shah.
The water Aman.
The water Aman.
In the English. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahweh Shah.
In the name of Yahweh Shah.
Please give us the power.
Please give us the power.
The power to heal all manner of sickness.
The power to heal all manner of sickness.
And all manner of disease.
And all manner of disease.
The power to cleanse the leper.
The power to cleanse the leper.
The power to raise the dead.
The power to raise the dead.
The power against unclean spirits.
The power against unclean spirits.
To cast them out.
To cast them out.
In the name of Yahweh Shah.
In the name of Yahweh Shah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it.
All right, we're going to do the blessings. Barak.
Barak.
Atah.
Atah.
Yahweh Wa Yahweh Shah.
Yahweh Wa Yahweh Shah.
Wa Maka'ala.
Wa Yamaka'ala.
Let me see. Wa Al-Lahayim.
Wa Alahayim.
Hamatazabia.
Hamatazavia.
Alahab Yawana.
Alawak
Alawapian.
Alawapim.
Asaranya.
Asaranya.
Akwatazanya.
Akwatazanya.
Akakyayam.
Akakiyam.
Let's see. Waha'ak with him.
Wahakwakim.
Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah.
Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah.
The water Aman.
The water Aman.
In English. Bless you, Yahweh.
Bless you, Yahweh.
And Yahweh Shah.
And Yahweh Shah.
And Michael.
And Michael.
And the angel.
And the angels.
Commanding General Yahana.
Commanding General Yahana.
The generals.
The generals.
The captains.
The captains.
The officers.
The officers.
The troopers.
The troopers.
And the sisters.
And the sisters.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahweh Shah.
In the name of Yahweh Shah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it.
All right, Psalms 121. Asha'ah.
Asha'ah.
Ayanya.
Ayanya.
Ahahariam.
Ahahariam.
Mahayan.
Mahayan.
Yaba'ah.
Yaba'ah.
Isariam.
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 Ma'an.
Ma'an.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Asha.
Asha.
Shamayam.
Shamayam.
Wa'aratazah.
Wa'aratazah.
Al-Yathan.
Al-Yathan.
Lamawat.
Lamawat.
Regalka.
Wilgalka.
Al-Yanawam.
Al-Yanawam.
Shamarka.
Shamarka.
Anah.
Anah.
La'ah.
La'ah.
Yanawam.
Yanawam.
Wala'ah.
Wala'ah.
Yayashan.
Yayashan.
Shawamar.
Shawamar.
Yasharal.
Yasharal.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Shamarka.
Shamarka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Tazalka.
Tazalka.
Al-Yah.
Al-Yah.
Yamyaka.
Yamyaka.
Yamawam.
Yamawam.
Hashemash.
Hashemash.
La'ah.
La'ah.
Yakaka.
Yakaka.
Wayarak.
Wayarak.
Balayala.
Balayala.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yashamarka.
Yashamarka.
Makel Ra.
Makal Ra.
Yashamar.
Yashamar.
Asnapashka.
Asnapashka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yashamar.
Yashamar.
Taza Aska.
Taza'aska.
Wabawa Afka.
Wabawaska.
Ma'aith.
Ma'aith.
Wa'ad Awalam.
Wa'ad Awalam.
In the English. I will lift up mine eyes.
I will lift up mine eyes
unto the hills.
unto the hills.
From which cometh my help.
From which cometh my help.
My help cometh from Yahweh.
My help cometh from Yahweh.
Which made heaven and earth.
Which made heaven and earth.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He that keepeth thee will not slumber.
He that keepeth thee will not slumber.
Behold,
Behold,
he that keepeth Israel
he that keepeth Israel
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
The Lord is thy keeper.
The Lord is thy keeper.
The Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand.
The Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand.
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
nor the moon by night.
nor the moon by night.
The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil.
The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil.
He shall preserve thy soul.
He shall preserve thy soul.
The Lord shall preserve thy going out
The Lord shall preserve thy going out
and thy coming in
and thy coming in
from this time forth
from this time forth
and even forevermore.
and even forevermore.
All right, Psalms 83. Alahayim.
Alahayim.
Al-Damayalaka.
Al-Damayalaka.
Al-Takarash.
Al-Takarash.
Al-Tashakwat.
Al-Tashakwat.
Al-Kayahana.
Al-Kayahana.
Wayabyaka.
Wayabyika.
Yahama,
Yahama,
Yawam,
Yawam,
Ra'ash,
Ra'ash,
Al-Anika,
Al-Amika,
Ya'ariyamwa,
Ya'ariyamwa,
Sawada,
Sawada,
Wayata,
Wayata,
Ya'ai-Tazawa,
Ya'ai-Tazawa,
Wanakakidam,
Wanakakidam,
Magalia,
Mogalia,
Wala'a,
Wala'a,
Yazakar,
Yasakar,
Shemrasharala,
Shamrasharala,
Iwada,
Iwada,
Kaya,
Kaya,
Na'ai-Tazawa,
Na'ai-Tazawa,
Laba,
Laba,
Yakadwa,
Yakadwa,
Al-Yaka,
Al-Yaka,
Baryath,
Barya,
Yakarathwa,
Yakarathwa,
Alahaya,
Alahaya,
Alawam,
Alawam,
Wayashimai,
Wayashimai,
Alayam,
Alayam,
Mawa'ala,
Mawa'ala,
Wahagaria,
Wahagari,
Gabal,
Gabal,
Wa'anawan,
Wa'anawan,
Wa'amalat,
Wa'amalat,
Alashat,
Alashat,
I'm Yashabi,
I'm Yashabi,
Tazawar,
Tazawar,
Gamasha War,
Gamasha War,
Nalawa,
Nalawa,
Imam,
Imam,
Hayawa,
Hayawa,
Zerwa,
Sarawat,
Labonya Lawat,
Labonya Lawat,
Salah,
Salah,
Ashalaham,
Ashalaham,
Kamadyan,
Kamadyan,
Kasaya Sara'a,
Kasaya Sara'a,
Kayabyan,
Kayabyan,
Onakal,
Bonakar,
Wayashwan,
Voyashwan,
Nashamatwa,
Nashamadwa,
Ayandara,
Ayandara,
Hayawa,
Hayawa,
Daman,
Daman,
La'adama,
Adama,
Shayatamwa,
Shayatamwa,
Nadaya Mawa,
Nadaya Mawa,
Ka'ira,
Kara,
Wakaza'aba,
Wakazaba,
Wakazabak,
Wakazaba,
Wakatazar,
Wakatazar,
Mana'ai,
Mana'ai,
Kal Nasayam Kamwa,
Kal Nasayam Kamwa,
Amarwa,
Amarwa,
Nayarasha,
Naya Rasha,
Manawa,
Nalawa,
Af, Nalawat,
Nalawa,
Alahayam,
Alahayam,
Alahaya,
Alahaya,
Shayatamwa,
Shayatamwa,
Kagalila,
Kagalila,
Kwakwash,
Kwash,
Laponya Roraka,
Laponya Roraka,
Ka'ash,
Ka'ash,
Baba Ira, Ya'ira,
Baba Ira Ya'ira,
Wakala Haba,
Wakala Haba,
Dalahat,
Dalahat,
Hariyam,
Hariyam,
Gun,
Khan,
Daradatma,
Daradama,
Asa Irika,
Asairika,
Wabasa Wathpatka,
Wawasawa Paka,
Dava Halam,
Dalahalam,
Mala'a,
Mala'a,
Anyaham,
Onyaham,
Walawam,
Walawam,
Wayabakwashwa,
Wayabakwashwa,
Shimka,
Shimka,
Yahawa,
Yahawa,
Yabashwa,
Yabashwa,
Wayabahawa,
Wayabahaw,
Aya Ai,
Ayai,
Wayakaparwa,
Wayakapar,
Waya Abatwa,
Wayabadwa,
Waya Daiwa,
Wayadaiwa,
Kaya Ata,
Kaya Ata,
Shimka,
Shimka,
Yahawa,
Yahaw,
Labatka,
Labaka,
Al Yawam,
Ayawam,
Al Kaha Arataza,
Alka Aratasa.
In the English. Keep not thy silence.
Keep not thy silence.
O Yahweh.
O Yahweh.
Hold not thy peace.
Hold not thy peace.
And be not still.
And be not still.
O Yahweh.
O Yahweh.
For lo,
For lo,
thine enemies make a tumult.
thine enemies make a tumult.
And they that hate thee have lifted up the head.
And they that hate thee have lifted up the head.
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
And consulted against thy hidden ones.
And consulted against thy hidden ones.
They have said,
Come,
and let us cut them off from being a nation.
and let us cut them off from being a nation.
That the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance.
That the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance.
For they have consulted together.
For they have consulted together
With one consent.
with one consent.
They are confederate against thee.
They are confederate against thee.
The tabernacles of Edom.
The tabernacles of Edom.
And the Ishmaelites.
And the Ishmaelites.
Of Moab.
Of Moab.
And the Hagarenes.
And the Hagarenes.
Gabal.
Gabal.
And Ammon.
And Ammon.
And Amalek.
And Amalek.
The Philistines.
The Philistines.
With the inhabitants of Tyre.
With the inhabitants of Tyre.
Asher also is joined with them.
Asher also is joined with them.
They have hope in the children of Lot.
They have opened the children of Lot.
Salah.
Salah.
Do unto them as unto the Midianites.
Do unto them as unto the Midianites.
As to Sisera.
As to Sisera.
As to Jabin.
As to Jabin.
At the brook of Kison.
At the brook of Kison.
Which perished at Endor.
Which perished at Endor.
They became as dung for the earth.
They became as dung for the earth.
Make their nobles like a red.
Make their nobles like a red.
And Zeb.
And Zeb.
Yea. All their princes like Zabah.
All their princes like Sabbath.
And as Zalmunna.
And as Zalmunna.
Who said, Let us take to ourselves.
Let us take to ourselves.
The house of Yahweh.
The houses of Yahweh.
In possession.
In possession.
Oh my power.
Oh my power.
Make them like a wheel.
Make them like a wheel.
As the stubble before the wind.
As the stubble before the wind.
As the fire burneth the wood.
As the fire burneth the wood.
And as the flame setteth the mountains on fire.
And as the flame set the mountains on fire.
So persecute them with thy tempest.
So persecute them with thy tempest.
And make them afraid with thy storm.
And make them afraid with thy storm.
Fill their faces with shame.
Fill their faces with shame.
That they may seek thy name.
That they may seek thy name.
O Lord.
O Lord.
Let them be confounded.
Let them be confounded.
And troubled forever.
And troubled forever.
Yea.
Yea.
Let them be put to shame.
Let them be put to shame.
And perish.
And perish.
That men may know.
That men may know.
That thou.
Whose
name alone. Is Yahweh. Art the most high. Over all the earth.
All right, Psalm, which means turn. We're going to call the first priest. State your registry.
Kakam Ahmad, Ban Yahawada, Ban Yasharala.
Kakam Ahmad, Ban Yahawada, Ban Yasharala.
Yahbashim Yashai Brakathum.
Yahbashim Yashai Brakathum.
La Yasharala.
Yeshua, which means be seated. We left off at Genesis 43 and 29.
The book of Genesis, chapter 43, verse 29 in the Hebrew. Wayashah, Ayan Yawah, Wayara, Ra'ah, Banyamyan, Akyawah, Ban, Amwa, Waya Amar, Hazah, Akyakam, Hakwatan, Asherah, Aimatan, Al-Ya, Waya Amar, Alahayim, Yakanka, Banya, Wahamar, Yawah, Shalakia.
Yeah, we call it another.
Yawasa, Kaya, Nakamawa,
Genesis 43.
Rakwan Yawa, Al, Akyawa, Wayabakwash, Lakabya, Wath, Wayaba'a, Hakadra, Wayabak, Shama, Wayarak Taza, Panyawa, Wayataza'a, Wataza'a, Wayatapak, Waya Amar, Shamyawa, Lakma, Wayasha Yamya, what Shalaka, Wayasha Yamwa, Lawa, the Badwa, Walaham, Labadan, Walamatazar Yum, Walatazar Ha'akal Yum, Athwa, Labadam, Kaya, La'a, Yawakal Yum, Wum, Hamatazar Yawum, Yum, La'akal, Ath, Ha'ai Baryum, Lakam, Kaya, Tawa'ai Ba, Kawa'a, Lamatazar Yum, Wayashabwa, Lapanyawa, Kabakar, Kabakarathwa, Walataza, Ayar, Kataza, Irathwa, Wayatama, what? Ha'anash Yum, Ayash, Al, Ra'ahaywa, verse 34. Wayasha, Masha'ath, Ma'ath, Panyawa, Alham, Shalakia, Alham, Watapa, what, Shalakia, Watarab, Masha'ath, Banyamayam, Mamasha'ath, Kalam, Kanash, Yadawath, Wayashahwa, Wayashakarwa, Imwa,
You go 29 to 35, right? Oh no, because you're on a different
chapter.
43, so finish that one out and we'll go back.
So the book of Genesis, chapter 44, verse 1.
No.
That's the last
Oh,
one.
okay.
Don't start there. Just go back. Go back. You're heading up soon.
Back where? 43, 43, 29. 42, 29? 42, 29? We spit out the wrong one.
Yeah.
43, 42. 42.
Yeah, so just read 42, 29 English. Read the 7. So 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. Go to verse 35.
In English. Book of Genesis, chapter 43, verse 29. And they came unto Jacob their father, unto the land of Canaan, and told him all that befell unto them, saying, the man who is at the man.
What number is that? 42 or 20.
Okay, Salakia. Salakia. Genesis chapter 43, verse 29 in English.
42.
42. And they came unto Jacob their father, unto the land of Canaan, and told him all that befell unto them, saying, The man who is the Lord of the land spake roughly to us, and took us for spies of the country. Verse 31. And we said unto him, We are true men, we are no spies. We be 12 brethren, sons of our father. One is not, and the youngest is this day with our father in the land of Canaan. Verse 33. And the man, the Lord of the country, said unto us, Hereby shall I know that ye are the true men. Leave one of your brethren here with me, and take food for the famine of your household, and be gone. And bring your youngest brethren to me, then shall I know that ye are no spies, but that ye are true men. So will I deliver your brother, and ye shall traffic in the land. Verse 35. And it came to pass, as they emptied their sacks, that behold, every man's bundle of money was in his sack. And when both they and their father saw the bundles of money, they were afraid. Verse 36. And Jacob their father said unto them, Me have ye bereaved of my children. Salakia. Me have ye bereaved of my children. Joseph is not, and Simeon is not. And ye shall take Benjamin away. All these things are against me.
All right. So basically what's going on last class, it was talking about Joseph's brothers. They came into Egypt because it was a famine. And because of the famine, when they came to Joseph, they realized the dream that he had when he was a kid that made them jealous and want to hate him in the first place, is that they were going to have to bow down to him and come to him as a leader over them, even though he was one of the younger brothers. And so they didn't recognize him, but he recognized them. He could understand the Hebrew. They didn't think he was their brother. And that's another good precept to show when people don't understand that the Israelites were dark-skinned people, that we went into Africa because we could blend in. We're not the same as Africans, but we can move amongst them, and they see dark-skinned people with curly hair, and he was dressed like an Egyptian. They thought he was an Egyptian,
right? But
he could still understand them. So now he sent them back, but he said they're going to have to leave a brother with them, which was Simeon, and they sent them back to their father. And on the way back, he put their money back in their purse, not only to help them survive more. He really didn't want to rob them of their money, but also it was going to put fear in them because they already were accused of being spies, and so now they might think that they stole from them. So that's what he went back to Jacob, their father, and that's why he was. They said the only way they can go back and get Simeon is to bring Benjamin, his youngest son, and Jacob's already old man. He said, I already lost one son. Now you want me to lose another one? All right, so that's pretty much that.
And if I may, that goes to show, like the priest brought out, that all colored people ain't the same. You know what I mean? Brothers walking around talking about we African, we doing this. Africans, Egyptians are pretty much the same people. This man was different from them, but he was able to blend in with them. So that kills that notion that all black people are related. You know what I mean?
Right.
We walk around talking, brothers lost, these Kemet brothers, talking about, hey, we mother Africa and all this stuff like that. That's false, man.
Right.
Black people in America, we are Hebrew Israelites, man.
That's right.
We the children of Yahweh. We are the chosen people. of the Most High. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's like if I may, but also too to add on to that is what do they show in the movies? The Egyptians are white people,
right?
But you look on the walls, it's dark skinned people. So that's showing you the people of the Bible were dark skinned people because the Egyptians were the same.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Ancient Africans, right?
Right.
And then before the white man got his power, man, the whole world was dark. It is like it is today. It's a curse to be white. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
It's a damn curse, man. Let them sit out in that damn sun too long. You see that white skin is going to be burnt. It's the same curse that the brother was McCain, the market. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's the same thing as the leprosy when you had to be sent away from the people when you had leprosy, when you had and your skin became white and all these other things. You know what I mean? A brother that would have had Villalago, where he'd have been ass out back in the day.
Michael Jackson.
He was ass out back in the day, man, because he had to go. But Yahushua came and cleansed that, but he did not clean Esau.
That's right.
You know what I mean? He did not cleanse Esau from the sins and the burdens that he's been continuing to perpetuate to our people.
Right. John, if I may, and it always goes back to, just like today, you know what I'm saying? The Japanese and Chinese, you know what I'm saying? They're the same color, but you know what I'm saying? But they hate each other.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They can't stand each other. You know what I'm saying? You see all these kung fu movies where the Chinese against the Japanese, you know what I'm saying? They take that serious, you know what I'm saying? Those cultures are not together, just like we and Africans are not the same people, even though we're the same color, you know what I'm saying? We're not the same people. And then it brings you up to date to that movie Get Out, you know what I'm saying? Where they was got the black people, white people was trying to change into black people, you know what I'm saying? Trying to be the soul of black people, you know what I'm saying? And take our culture, just like today, they're trying to take our culture, just like the fake, you know what I'm saying? Fake Jews over in Jerusalem right now, you know what I'm saying? Saying they're us, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So like I say, it just goes back to the movie Get Out where, you know what I'm saying? They trying to beat us. You know what I'm saying? They're Jewish. They're not Jews. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's right.
It goes back to, you know what I'm saying, our original heritage, being Judites, you know what I'm saying, and not Jewish. They trying to be like us, you know what I'm saying? So, it just goes back to how, you know what I'm saying, the world wants to be us, wants to be us so bad, but don't want to be us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They killing us in the streets every day. You know what I'm saying? They follow our flavor, you know what I'm saying? We the flavor of this earth, you know what I'm saying? They'll do everything after us, you know what I'm saying? We so-called wear our pants, you know what I'm saying? Now they wearing their pants, you know what I'm saying? Like that, following, what has been brought in prison, you know what I'm saying? Wearing our pants below our ass, you know what I'm saying? That's just basically a sign of, you know what I'm saying, you being a homosexual, you know what I'm saying? But they follow that culture, you know what I'm saying? They trying to be us so bad, and at the same time, they don't want to be us.
And if I may piggyback off of that before we move on, these other nations, man, they backs can't handle the burdens of Judah. You know what I mean?
Right.
The things that we've been put through, they ain't strong enough to handle what we went through. Man, they jump out of 50-story buildings, dealing with the burdens that we deal with every day. It happens to them. In 2 weeks from now, they'll jump out of building.
As soon as their stocks fall, anything like that, you know what I'm saying?
And our stocks done fell since, you know what I mean, since we left Israel. You know what I mean? Our stocks been falling.
It's like, I got some people that want to watch live, and they can't get on Facebook or Instagram, which one is it? So they want to watch live, and it's live.
Facebook, Isupk Oakland should be.
Isupk Oakland.
Facebook,
Tell them to log on to Isupk Oakland.
And then the last part of that is, nobody ever tells like Armoire brought out. Mm-hmm. Nobody ever tells the Asian people they have to be the same people. You know what I mean?
Right.
The Koreans, the Vietnamese, they all get to be separate.
Right.
They all get to lay claim to the landmass that they are.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't tell the Chinese they have to be Japanese.
Right.
Nobody says the Japanese has to be Korean. or Filipino, you know what I mean?
Right.
But black people gotta be African.
Right.
It's 50 days, it's over 50 countries in Africa, and they ain't even the same people.
That's right.
You know what I mean? They don't bear claim to being the same damn people. So that's a facade, and that's a lie that we are all the same people. We are not. We are the children of Israel. You know what I mean? We are the children of the power, man, the children of the Most High.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. If I may, just real quick, and this also, we all come from Noah, so it would make sense that we would look similar to a lot of people. The same way the East Indians are dark-skinned. They got people with curly hair and dark skin way in Australia, the Aborigines. The Aboriginal people over in Australia. They dark-skinned and curly hair. But they don't consider themselves Africans. Sure, they probably had a common ancestor at one point in time, but that doesn't mean they have been changed from that point in time, man. So no wonder we dark skinned. Majority of people in the world are dark skinned. But they all separated. You know, we've all been separated since then.
So I guess I mean, why is it that if black people and African are different? Then when we fill out the application, I check African American.
That's the brainwashing that the white man has us under. You know what I'm saying? That's the brainwashing that they got us under in order to group us together into, just like we read in the prayer, they taking crafty counsel against us.
Right.
To steal our identity. You know what I mean? The world wants to bury Israelites.
Right.
They want that name. They don't want you to know that you the power. They'll give it to them Jews, them Jewish people. They gave that title to the Jewish people and took it away from the true Jews. You know what I mean? So now they grouped you up with the Africans, the people who vow to be against you. Africans don't like black people.
Right.
You know what I mean? Everywhere you go, man, if it's an African store, he ain't gonna say, "Hey, my brother," you know what I mean? He gonna look at you like, "Yeah, here go this nigga." You know what I'm saying? Here come this nigga. Give me your money, man. Give me your money.
And it's like, if I made one more thing on that point too, is we gonna check whatever they put on that box. Because 20 years ago it was black, 40 years ago it was Negro, it was colored. You know what I mean? We only got the options that they give us.
Right. We're the only ones that change.
Right.
The Koreans have always been the Koreans, you know what I mean?
Right.
And if you understand, if they do break them down like that, you know what I mean? The Koreans always get to be the Koreans. We get to be African American. That's two different nations. You know, I mean, that's two land masses right there. So you have to think about that. It's just a part of the brainwashing that they didn't put together as far as Israelites go.
We should on that headpiece on.
We're not live anymore or something.
We're live on my phone.
Oh,
You do? Facebook?
You got it?
We might have to turn the camera this way.
I was going to say it right here.
Okay, that's good.
So yeah, so like you trying to man, we wasn't live on a couple screens, so he's trying to
push me. Yeah, you might want to turn the camera around and get the truth. Push red, push the red.
don't say.
I'm gonna turn the camera, get the camera, turn it around, and then
Okay.
turn it sideways in,
and then turn it around.
like this.
We're on top of the bar right now.
No,
That had the most beautiful shot.
You want to just move it behind this thing? Put it right here behind it. You see what I'm saying?
I'm trying to get that 1738.
Easy. So you saying go like this?
no, like that.
No, like this. Go.
No.
Have it look.
We all in the shot.
Was it able to give it up?
You gotta turn it whatever you like that.
So
It'll freeze that pull back. I think it won't show up right on the thing though sometimes. No, yeah, no.
You might have to switch it, turn it this way.
It'll work that way?
Do it.
Sometimes it'll come up wrong.
We had the wrong angle there, just like that. It won't show.
It won't show right on.
It won't show.
It'll be.
Yeah,
You gotta change your camera on it when you watch it. As we tried that before on Facebook, we didn't do right. But we can see both of y'all, all three of y'all.
Okay, okay.
There's a lot.
after Christmas class, definitely Sesame Street. Okay, so that's
Where
right.
we at?
We're gonna move on to the next.
37, 42 and 37 in Hebrew.
Kana. The book of Genesis, chapter 43,
42.
42. It's like it. Verse 37 in the Hebrew. Waya Amar. Ra'aban. Al. Abayawa. La Amar. Shanya. Shanwa. Banya. Tamahaf. Ain. La'a. Abaya Nawa. Salakia. Al Yaka. The Na. Athwa. Al. Yadya. Wa ya. Asha Yab Naya Nawa Al Yaka Waya Amar La'a Yarad Anya I'm come Kaya Akyawa Mat Wahawa'a Labadwa Nasha'ar Wakara'aywa Isawan Badabak Aishara Talakwa Banha Ahawaradam Ath Shayab Tayab Bayadga one Sha'awala. Look at Genesis chapter 43, verse 1 in the Hebrew. So like that wasn't finished. So like it. Wahara Aib Kabad Ba'arataza. Look at Genesis chapter 43, verse 1. Waya Ya Ka Shara Kawa La'akal Hashabar Ashara Habaya Awa Mama Tazar Yum Waya Amar Alahayam Abayaham Abayaham Shabwa Shabarwa Lanawa My Ath Akal, verse 3. Waya Amar, Al Yawa, Yahawada, La Amar, Hayad, Banwa, Hayayash, La Amar, La'a, Tara'awa, Kanya, Alathya, Akyakam, Askam, verse 4. Ain, Yashak, Yashka, Mashalak, Ath, Akyanawa, Athnawa, Narada, Wanashabya, Wayashabra, Lak, Akal, Waash, Anyanka, Mashalak, La'a, Nabad, Larad, Kaya, Hayash, Aymar, Al Yamwa, La'a, Tara Adwa, Kanya, Lalathia, Akyakam, Askam, verse 6.
So we went to Genesis 42 and 37, right?
Come.
Book of Genesis, chapter 42, verse 37, in English. And Reuben spake unto his father, saying, Slay my two sons, if I bring him not to thee. Deliver him into my hand, and I will bring him to thee again. Verse 38. And he said, My son shall not go down with you, for his brother is dead, and he is left alone. If mischief befall him by the way in which ye go, then shall ye bring down my gray hairs with sorrow to the grave. Chapter 43, verse 1. And the famine was sore in the land. And it came to pass, when they had eaten up the corn which they had brought out of Egypt, their father said unto them, Go again, buy us a little food. Verse 3. And Judah spake unto him, saying, The man did solemnly protest unto us, saying, Ye shall not see my face, except your brother be with you. Verse 4. If thou wilt send our brother with us, we will go down to buy thee food. But if thou wilt not send him, we will not go down. For the man said unto us, Ye shall not see my face, except your brother be with you. Verse 6. And Israel said, Wherefore dealt ye so ill with me, as to tell the man whether ye had yet a brother?
So what we got here, we see that like we brought out earlier, Joseph knew these cats, and he basically knew that they had other brothers, that things that he wasn't telling them. You know what I mean? Right. That they wasn't bringing out. So he playing a game with them because they didn't recognize him.
Right.
So he telling them all the things, and he basically confounding them pretty much. You know what I mean? He asking them questions, they not answering, and he like, I know better than that. You know what I mean? I'm your brother. I'm your brother. So that's basically what he's breaking down to him when he told him to go get you guys got another brother?
Right.
It was like they like, nah, you know what I mean? Nah, but he knows they do. So go get him. Y'all won't see me again. He's at a high stature. He's at a mighty stature right now. While he got his ranking from the people that in the land that he's in right now. So he's basically, like I said, once again confounding them with the knowledge that he knows about them, and they not knowing that this is their brother right here. Because once again, they thinking he's a Egyptian. You know what I mean?
Well, they told him the truth, and the father's asking why did you tell him the whole truth? They didn't think he was gonna bringing the brother back. They just was trying to keep it 1,000. Like, why are you here? You guys are spies. Like, nah, we 12 brothers. He's like, well, why is only 10 of you here? One of our brothers died, and one of our brothers at home. You know, and he like, well, you know, and he just ran that game on him. So
Right.
That's how that went down. But definitely, we'll see how it keeps going.
Right, but to the brother that died, that's him standing right there in their face. You know what I mean?
Right.
To the brother that died, they said, one of our brothers died. That's him standing right in front of their face.
Right.
So, go ahead.
You got something to say? I'll come up and read.
You got,
Yeah. All right.
we're going to call up the next priest.
Next priest. Elijah. Next priest, state your registry.
Kasar Pakar, Bani Howard, Bani Yasharal.
Kasar Bakar, Bani Howard, Bani Yasharal.
Yabashim Yashar Bakathum.
Yabashim Yashar Bakar.
Number 6. I'll start 7 in the Hebrew. All right. Genesis chapter 43, verse 7 in the Hebrew. Wayamarwa, Shah, Awal, Sha'al, Haya, Ha'ayash, Lanawa, Walamawalada, Nawa, La'amor, Ha'awal, Abayakam, Taya, sorry, Kaya, Hayash, Lakam, Ak, Wanagada, Lawa, Al, Paya, Hadabar, Baryam, Ha'Allah, Wahadawai, Badai, Kaya, Ya'amor, Hawara'ad, Wa, Ath Yakam, verse 8, Wa Ya'amor, Yahawada, Al, Yasharala, Abayawa, Shalak, Ka, Hana'ai, Atya, Wanakwa, Wama, Wanalaka, Wanakaya, Wala'a, Namawath, Gam, Anakanawa, Gam, Atha, Gum, Tapanawa, verse 9, Hanakaya, Hanakia, Salaki, A'ai, Salaki, A'ar, Banwa, Mayadai, Taba Kwa Shanawa, La'a, Habaya'ath, Yawa, Alayaka, Waya Taza, Gathiyawa, Lapana Yaka, Waka Ta'athya, Laka, Ka, Hayamayam, verse 10, Kaya, Lawala'a, Hathama'a, Maha Nawa, Kaya, Aitha, Shabanya wa, Za'a, Ba'aymayam, Wayamor, Alaham, Yasharallah, Abba Yaham, Khan, the what? Apawa'a, Za'a, Aishawa, Kwakahwa, Mazama'artha, Ha'a Rataza, Bakalya, Kum, Waha Wara'a, Slaki, Waha Wara Yadawa, La Asha, Manaka'a, Ma'ait, Tazayoria, Wama'ai, the Bash, Naka'a, Walat, Batanayam, Washakadayim. Verse 12. Wakasa, Mashana, Kwakawa, Bayadakam, Wa'ath, Hakwa Sap, Wama Wa Shab, Bapaya, Amata Ka Tayakam, Tashana, Tasha Bawa, Bayadakam, Awalaya, Masha Ga, Hawa'a, verse 13, Wa'ath, Akyakam, Wakawa, Wakwa, Wamawa, Shawabawa, Al, Yesh. Let me go back to the English. Genesis chapter 43 and verse 7.
All right, Genesis 43, verse 7, and they said, the man asked us straightly of our state and of our kindred, saying, is your father yet alive? Have ye another brother? And we told him according to the tenure of these words. Could we certainly know that we would say, bring your brother down? Verse 8.
If I may, right there, he's asking him that because he hadn't seen his father in a long time either. You know what I mean? So he's asking him, is your father, our father, still alive? You know what I mean? That's what he's asking him, and he asked him about that younger brother again to see if they was gonna fess to having a younger brother. You know, do you have another brother? To see, you know what I mean, to test their truthfulness. And like I said, they said yes. Go ahead.
Verse 8, and Judah said unto Israel his father, send the lad with me, and we will arise and go, that we may live and not die, both we and thou, and also our little ones.
So he's asking his father, hey, send the younger brother with me.
Right.
He wants to see him. The man that promised us that he would help us, he wants to see our younger brother. You know what I mean? He wants to see his little brother. And he gonna help us get this food and whatnot that we need in order that we don't starve. And all of us right here don't perish because, you know, we went through our resources. You know what I mean?
Right.
So hey, just let the little brother go. This dude said he gonna help us. And let the little brother go with us, and the dude said he's gonna help us, and we're gonna bring you back goods. You know what I mean? That's what he's bringing out. Go ahead.
Verse 9: I will be surety for him. Of my hand shalt thou require him. If I bring him not unto thee and set him before thee, then let me bear the blame forever.
So he's reassured his father again, hey man, if he don't come back, Man, that's on me. I put that on me. You know what I mean? Put that on me. Put that burden on me. I promise you, I'm gonna do everything in my power to make sure you don't have to go through what you went through when you lost your other son. You know what I mean? He not gonna go with us, and we not gonna be responsible for him. I'm telling you right now, I'm responsible for him, and put it on me.
So, like, if I may, also, it's interesting what he said. You trying to save basically this son's life, but if we don't go, we all gonna die. So you're gonna lose
Right.
anyway. You're gonna die, I'm gonna die, and our kids gonna die. So
Right.
that kind of just stuck out to me too.
Right.
So
True.
you know,
Yep. Because they one's pleading for his son's life, the other's pleading for all of them.
Right.
Hey, he gotta go. You know, he gotta go with us.
Right.
Or you sending us out here, but the dude said he ain't giving us nothing if we don't got the other dude with us. You know what I mean? So let him rock with us. Go ahead.
Okay, verse 10. For except we had lingered, surely now we had returned the second time. Verse 11. And their father Israel said unto them, if it must be so now, do this. Take of the best fruits in the land in your vessel, and carry down the man a present, a little balm, and a little honey, spice, and mirth, nuts, and almonds.
Let's put together a little care package to present to the brother. You know what I mean? Showing up with gifts, just to let them know, hey, you know what I mean? Hey, man, we appreciate that, but we need you too. You know what I mean? So hey, take this. We showing appreciation. You know what I mean? I know you didn't ask for it, but man, we appreciate the fact that you gonna help us.
Right.
Verse 12, and take double money in your hand, and the money that was brought again in the mouth of your snacks. Carry it again in your hand. Peradventure, it was an oversight. Verse 13, take also your brother, and arise, go again unto the man.
So he said, go, take your brother, man. You know what I mean? And take extra money just in case you get down there. You know what I mean? The price ain't what he told you, or you see something else that you know what I mean, you might need or something. But just take double the money. You down there. You know what I mean?
Right. And also because he gave them their money back. So if they say, "Oh, you stole the money last time," cover that and then buy some more. You know. So that's what he said. Unless it was a mistake that y'all he gave your money back. Yeah. So you don't think they stole it.
Right.
Yeah. So we do
Genesis 43 and 14.
In Hebrew. Wa'al Shadya Yathan Lakam Ratha Mayam Lapanya Ha'ayash Washalak Lakam Akayakam Akar Wa'ath Banya Mayan Wa'anaya Ka'ashar Shakalathya. Verse 15. Wayakwatawa Ha'ana Sham Ath Hamana Manaka Haza'ath Wamashana Kasa Lakwaka Wayadam Wa'ath Banyamawan Slake Bana Yaman Wayakwamawa Wayaradawa Matazarium Waya Amadwa Lapanya Yawasa. Verse 16. Wayara Yawasa Atham Banyamo Yun Wayamor La Ashor Al Bayathawa Haba Ha'anashim Habayathaw, Watabak, Tabak, Waha Kan, Kaya, Afya, Yaakawa, Ha'ana Shayam, Bataza Haryam. Verse 17. Waya Aish, Ha'ayash, Ka'ash Shor, Amor, Yawasa, Waba'a, Ha'ayash, Ath, Hanashayam, Anashim, Bayatha, Yawasa. Verse 18. Waya Yara Awa, Ha Anashim, Kaya, Hawa Ba'awa, Bayath, Yawasa, Wayamawa Al, Dabor, Ha Kasa, Hashab, Ba'amath, Kathayanawa, Bathakala, Hanatha, it's like Hanak Nawa, Mawa Ba'ayim, Laha Thagala, Alyanawa, Walaha Tana Paul, Aila Yanawa, Walakwa Twath, Ana Wa, La'ai Yam, Wa'ath, Kamar, Yanawa, Waya Gashawa, Al Ha'ayash, Ashar, Al Bayath, Yawasa, Wadaba'arwa, Al Yawa, Pathak, Habayath.
And the power Almighty gave you mercy before the man, that he may send away your other brother and Benjamin. If I be bereaved of my children, I am bereaved. Verse 15. And the men took that present, and they took double money in their hand, and Benjamin and rose up and went down to Egypt and stood before Joseph. Verse 16.
So right there, that's just saying once they got the green light from their father, they rose and they headed out. You know what I mean? And again, they started heading towards Egypt. Go ahead.
Verse 16. And when Joseph saw Benjamin with him, he said to the ruler of his house, "Bring these men home and slay, and make ready, for these men shall dine with me at noon."
So he told that dude, go out there and basically get a goat or a lamb or something, put that, you know what I mean, kill it, so that these men that I'm bringing home, we can all sit around and we're gonna eat, we're gonna have a feast, you know. Go ahead.
Verse 17. And the man did as Joseph bade, and the man brought the men into Joseph's house. Verse 18. And the men were afraid because they were brought into Joseph's house, and they said, because of the money that was returned in our stack at the first time we are brought in, that he may seek occasion against us and fall upon us and take us for bondmen and our asses.
So they was afraid because they hadn't paid the first time, that the brother was setting them up for a trap, you know what I mean?
Right.
Inviting them in, and then he was gonna tell them, y'all stole from me. Y'all stole that last batch of goods from me, man. Now y'all owe me. You know what I mean? Y'all finna be my servants because y'all are thieves. And they was afraid of that, so they was afraid and unsure of what his intentions were. You know what I mean? But they knew that they knew they had to get some certain things from him, so they went along with it. Go ahead. Any brother got something on that?
He's going to verse 20.
Okay, and 19, and they came near the steward of Joseph's house, and they communed with them at the door of the house. 20, and said, "O sir, we came indeed down at the first time to buy food."
Right.
We just do. No, we ain't got no other brothers can read, so we just do English and go another couple months and it's 12 days. Just to kind of finish the story.
Genesis 43 and 21. And it came to pass when we came to the end that we opened our snacks, and behold, every man money was in the mouth of his stack. Our money is our money in full weight, and we have brought it again in our hand. Verse 22.
So yeah, the money that you gave us back, we came with it again, just so you know what I mean. if you try to say, you got something.
No, I was asking to keep saying the mouth of the sack. What does that mean? Like the money's on the top of the bag or something like that?
Read it again.
The mouth of the sack.
Verse 21. It came to pass when we came to the end that we opened our sack, and behold, every man's money was in the mouth of his sack.
Right. Still in the bag, basically. Like it was still in the bag, like basically in the mouth and the opening of it.
Yeah, like
was
that means it was just sitting at the top of the bag or something?
No, just in the bag. This means it was still in the bag, basically. Like just you know how the Negroes talk, like it was in the pocket. You know, it was still in the pocket. It was still in the mouth and the. What's another way we would say something like that? It's just a descriptive. It was inside of the bag still. It's like the mouth is holding something.
Yeah, but the mouth is yeah. That's what I'm thinking. Like that mean like the top of the bag or something like that. You know what I mean?
Well, if you
because if it says
go
the mouth
into your
of the
stomach, you got to reach through the mouth. You know what I'm saying?
Opening of the bag.
Yeah, so the opening of the bag.
Right.
Yeah. So it is like kind of sitting at the top.
Well, it could be stacked. It could be that much that it's up there. You know what I mean? Or it could be sitting heavy on the bottom, but you're reaching through. You know what I mean? But we get clarification on that. You know what I'm saying? Before we sit out and say the wrong thing about that, we'll call the Ottawas when we finish this and get a better understanding of the mouth of it.
22. Verse 43 and 22. And other money have we brought down in our hands to buy food. We cannot tell who put our money in our sack. Verse 23. And he said, Peace be to you. Fear not. Your power and the power of your father has given us treasure in your sack. I had your money, and he brought Simeon out unto them. Verse 24. And the man brought the man into Joseph's house and gave them water, and they washed their feet, and he gave their asses provender. Verse 25. And they made ready the presents against Joseph came at noon. For they heard that they should eat bread there. Verse 26. And when Joseph came home, they brought him the present which was in their hand into the house, and bowed themselves to him to the earth. And he asked them of their welfare. And he said, "Is your father well? The old man of whom you speak, is he yet alive?" And they answered, "Thy servant, our father, is in good health, yet he is alive." And they bowed down their heads and made abstinence.
Like they observe, like you bow down and give him reverence to him. Yeah.
Okay. Verse 29, he lifted up his eyes and saw his brother Benjamin, his mother's son, and said, "Is this your younger brother, of whom ye spake unto me?" And he said, "The power be gracious unto thee, my son." Verse 30, and Joseph made haste. For his bowels did yearn upon his brother, and he sought where he wept. And he entered into his chamber and wept there.
So like if we go back to the precept of Genesis 37 and 5.
Okay, Genesis chapter 37, verse 5. And Joseph dreamed a dream, and he told it his brethren, and they hated him yet the more.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 6, and he said unto them, "Hear, I pray you, this dream which I have dreamed." Verse 7, for behold, we were binding sheaves in the field, and lo, my sheaf arose and also stood upright, and behold, your sheaves stood around about and made obeisance to my sheaf.
Right. That's the dream he had years ago. They said they were going to bow down to him, and here you see it happening right here in Genesis 43rd chapter.
Okay, and verse 31, and he washed his face and went out and refrained himself and said, set on bread. Yeah. Verse 32, and they set him on for him, and they set on him for him by himself, and for them by himself, and for the Egyptians which did eat with him by themselves, because the Egyptians might not eat bread with the Hebrews, for that is an abomination unto the Egyptians. And they sat before him, firstborn according to his birthright, and the youngest according to his youth. And the men marveled at one another. Verse 34, and took and sent messages unto them from before him. But Benjamin's mess was 5 times so much as But Benjamin's mess was 5 times so much as any of theirs, and they drank and were merry with him.
You know what, the part that strikes me a little bit about that is about they were so into what they, into separation, segregation, or whatever, of being with their people, that they didn't even want to sit with the Egyptian. They thought he was the Egyptian. They was ashamed to even be at the table sitting with the brother. You know what I mean?
It's the other way around, actually. The Egyptians didn't want to eat with the Hebrews. Yeah. The Egyptians felt like Hebrews were what they call them, sheep herders. So they looked at them like they were dirty. So the Egyptians had this air, this African, akata. We don't eat with akata. Same thing. Them is akata that it's an abomination unto the Egyptians to even eat with them. So Joseph had to eat separate from his brothers because he was still putting on this show. He was an Egyptian, you know.
And that goes on today. You know, not to what was the war where they was capturing the Germans and stuff, man, and they would feed the Germans. They would make the black soldiers, you know what I'm saying, not even eat with the white soldiers, you know what I'm saying. But the white soldiers would eat with the Germans before they eat with the home black American soldiers.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying, in wars and stuff. So you know, this still goes on today.
Right.
You know what I mean?
All right. So with that being said, man, unless any brother got something else to bring out, we're gonna end this class.
But one last thing I noticed too, I believe he gave Benjamin 5 times a portion because Benjamin wasn't a part of the conspiracy to sell him into slavery. So he still had love for his younger brother. He wasn't a part of that nonsense of shipping him off. So he had even no issue with Benjamin. So he was definitely trying to take care of Benjamin even more at that point in time. But that's something that stood out to me. That was it.
So that's why I said Benjamin's mess was 5 times so much as they of their as any of theirs, and they drank.
He was taking care of Benjamin.
Right.
But that's another interesting too. As Jude, well, not Jude, Salaki. That might be a different. No, I ain't gonna say that. Salaki.
What we starting on?
44:1. Genesis 44:1.
That's right. Yeah.
With that being said, Amajim. We're gonna give one curse salute to the teacher, men of Israel, Amajim Shabbat, Amajim, Barak, Yahweh Hashem, Yahshua Barakatah.
Yahweh Hashem, Yahshua Barakatah.
Yazmatah, we're gonna give one curse salute to the sisters out there, men of Israel, Amajim Shabbat, Amajim, Barak,
Yahweh Hashem, Yahshua.
With that being said, Yazmatah, class dismissed.
Oh, something there, huh? We ain't live.